My name is Perla Trujillo and I am a cookie artist. My shop is Pekascookiesinterview online and I sell handmade decorated sugar cookies. I started in 2012 when I came to United States and I didn't know any English. So I went to take some English classes to the CNM and my instructor said that I needed to find a hobby that could make me remember vocabulary easier. So I went to the library, I logged in the internet and I started looking for cakes. When I was looking for cakes, I saw one cookie that got my eye and that's the moment when I fall in love for cookies. I went to Walmart and I got a 100 cookie cutter set and from there I started making cookies and I never stopped. In 2015, I registered my business and I got my home bakery license. The first cookies I made were some Christmas cookies and Virgen de Guadalupe cookies for my mom. I made cookies for special events like weddings, birthdays, baby shower, funeral services, first communion, open houses, business has a business card, and anything you can imagine, I can make a cookie of that. I get inspired by nature, pictures, everything I see, I always think, oh, that could be a cookie. I take a picture and I save it for later. Almost all my cookies are flowers, animals, portraits, illustrations. I respect them and I think that they are so adorable that they deserve to be in my cookie gallery. To make cookies, well, it's a whole process. For example, on day one, I pick a picture or the illustration and I make the cookie cutter. I design and print and it will take about 2 hours. On day two, I make the cookie dough, I cut and I bake and I reserve. It takes about 1 hour plus time to cool down, so I reserve for day three. On day three, I make the realizing in different colors and different consistencies and it takes about 3 hours and I have to let it rest for about 3 hours. So I reserve this for day four. On day four, I start to decorate my cookie and I always start by the big sections of the cookies and then I have to let it dry for about 6 to 8 hours before I can start working with the small sections. So now we're going to day 5. On day 5, I decorate the small sections and I add the little details and I have to let it dry overnight before I can package. On day 6, I pack one by one in cellophane bags. I hot heel and then I put a little tag with the ingredients. I put it in the boxes and I deliver. When I was a little girl, my grandmother used to love flowers, animals, the sunsets and God. And she decorated the more beautiful wedding cookies I ever saw. When I start designing my cookies, I always I have that kind of memories on my mind. When I see my finished product, I stop for a moment and I think how my grandma will react, the words that she used to say, and I imagine her face with a big smile and it makes me very happy. At my wedding, for example, I make some wedding cookies. When my mom passed away, I make some memorial card cookies and I gave them away. Years ago, I started making cookies for friends and family and it was great. They kept giving my name for their events and I started to take cookie orders. More cookies I did, more orders I got. And when I started posting on Facebook, I realized it was really easy to teach online and I began to record videos and sell classes. Now I'm teaching people around the world and I sell cookies all the year. It makes me feel very proud. When I deliver my cookies, I see the reaction in people when they say like, oh wow, is this a cookie? They're beautiful, and they say, Perla, you are an artist. Now they're not just my clients, they're my friends. It makes me feel like, wow, I'm doing something good, and I hope my mom is proud of me from heaven.